Ladies and gentlemen,
this is Gamertag Radio.
Welcome to a brand new episode here at Gamertag Radio. This is episode 1483. For those who don't know, there's only 17 episodes away to episode 1500 on Gamertag Radio. Insanity having those amount of episodes. GTR, but stay tuned. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll see between now and then. Hopefully, something will pop up. But yeah, it's gonna be cool, man. It's gonna be really cool. Great year. Lots of content, lots of conversations, lots of news, and everything is expensive. But we're gonna talk about all that stuff in the future. And I'm here with the one and only Peter Toledo. What's up, Pete?
What's up, dude? How are you?
Well, good, man. How's everything over there? The other side of the world.
It's been snowing for 3 days. It's cold.
All right.
Yeah, it's dropped all the way down to like negative 10°C. Well, in freedom units, that would be like 15 below or 15. Yeah, 15 below for the freedom units monitor people's. But yeah, it's. I've always thrived in the snow and I enjoy it. So I love it, right? And plus, you know, it's cool to see the whole country blanketed in white.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Dope, man. I have an update, and this is something where I just heard about this recently, actually. So it looks like Spotify is going to be working with a lot of podcast hosting companies for creators to also get opportunity to put their video content and audio content from their platform. So let's say for us, from Audio Boom to Spotify, and we'll get ads there too. But now this opportunity where we can now upload videos in the future. It's not anytime soon. I have to wait until I get the green light. So it looks like the videos that we record here, we will upload it to Audio Boom, and it will go to Spotify and other places. And now people could watch our content or listen to the content at the same time. So like you have the option if you want to watch video or audio. Before it was just audio because the technology wasn't there yet for Audio Boom and other places where you can upload it and get those opportunities too. Because for those that don't know, we get like a lot of pre-recorded ads, similar to like YouTube and other places, do the audio version. But now with this new technology, it's going to help us to just upload one file to multiple places, especially Spotify, and now we'll get, you know, ads and all this stuff there. That's going to help us, you know. But it's not launched yet, but it's cool to see Libsyn and Audio Boom, Acast, and a couple other platforms that's going to be part of that program. So the part that I'm excited about is like, hey, now we could upload videos directly to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and other places. Before we couldn't do that, you know. So yeah, just want to mention that I'm excited. I know people were asking me, why you guys haven't done that? And I know I did it like as an experiment, but it was affecting the numbers on Audio Boom. That's why I had to like remove it because it wasn't counting the views and downloads from Spotify to our podcast hosting company. So it was hurting us like really bad. And they even contacted me, hey, that's weird. What happened with your episodes? Why is there no download numbers? I'm like, what are you talking about? And it was because of that, because I did that thinking it will work, and it didn't work. But now with this change, it's going to help us out a lot. So I just want to mention that because people have been bringing that up a lot to me. Like, hey, can you upload videos? I'm like, soon. Because they could watch it on their devices, their consoles, and so on. You know what I'm saying? So
you've been messing up our money.
I know, right? I mean, it's not a lot, but hey, it helped pay the bills, man. Yo, everything is not cheap. You know what I'm saying? Like, this Riverside is not cheap. Let me tell you guys, like, this is, and it's gotten better. I love that they're adding a lot of new features and everything in there, man, you know? But I'm just trying to make it easy because before we had to do everything through, like, Streamlabs, OBS, it was just a lot. I don't have time for like editing, and it's just too much. But now, with what we have now, it help us out, you know? So, yeah, just want to mention that very quick. Like I was saying earlier, there's a couple of previews coming up in the future of stuff that I've been playing. Can't say what it is, but hopefully it will go up in the future. That's all I can say.
Don't worry about it, chat. And those of you listening, I don't play these either, so I don't get invited. So.
Well, You come to LA and you're in town, and we could go together.
No, I don't know. We'll see. I'll be in LA, but don't invite me.
Oh, what else is going on? I'm trying to think if there's anything else before we go to the topics. I know we talked about X-Real last week, and hopefully, Pete, you'll get one, because I would love for you to. We'll see. Fingers crossed. We'll see. But I would love to get your feedback, like, especially now that you're going to be traveling in the future. Hopefully, you get it at that time. But
that'd be phenomenal, right?
If they can, really cool, right?
And it'd be really nice is I know that at CES they just announced the Asus X-Real glasses.
Yes.
So
that is crazy. Let me see.
If you could send me that one, I would love to do a review of that and highlighting the changes and the differences between what Danny and Paris got and the newly announced Asus X-Real glasses.
I think this is not a thing where you directly go to X-Real for that. I think this is more like Asus contact for this.
Hey,
for this
look, man.
But it's
Asus,
cool. It looks cool.
Or X-Real. Put me in contact with Asus.
Wait,
I will.
This is pretty cool. And it has like these images on the side, like the lighting and everything. So it's 171 inch, 240 hertz.
Yeah. So it essentially puts the video inside the glasses to the in the screen to what the equivalent of what a 171 inch 240 hertz screen would look like. So
yeah.
So I mean,
it looks pretty cool. I like
it up. I'm here for it.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see. All right. So first thing first, Pete. Let's talk about this, because I know people been talking about this now like the past couple of days. And the first topic is, and look, typically this is not 100% official, but I'm a little bit worried because everything is just the price is just, everything is going up. And actually, I was watching a couple videos of people that went to CES, and everything that they got to see over there, everything just went up. Price that's coming out in the future, actually, it's coming out this year. And one of them, Pete, there's not a CES. This is separate. But I know Val hasn't really talked about this, but the price for the Steam Machine. And for those who don't know, I had a Steam Machine back in the days. I had one. I got it from Alienware. Mm-hmm. And the problem I had with the Steam Machine at that time, it was multiple partnership with Val, right? And all of them have different prices. Some of them were more powerful than others. It was very confusing. Prices was all over the place. But the thing that I'm excited about for this one that's coming out, they just announced a couple months ago, Val, the new Steam Machine. This one, it looks like it's just going to be one machine, maybe potential partners in the future. But the ones that they announced, that one, there's a leak that just came out from a realtor, a realtor store. And that one, the prices, let me look it up, because when I saw the prices, I was like, oh my God.
So the prices were in Czech currency. If you were to do the conversion now, it would, since there's two iterations of the device, right? There's the 512 gig and a 1 terabyte Steam PC. The equivalent of the 512 gig would be about $950, with the 1 terabyte version being about $1,070. Now, also note that it includes an alleged automatic 17% markup, because look, everybody's got to make a couple of points on it and make their money. But that is the alleged pricing. This is based off of somebody hitting the website and going into the source code of the websites. This people really got nothing else better to do than to go checking out the code of back end of somebody's websites. But
I know. But the thing is, though, Pete, I know there was conversations at like a preview event for this a couple of months back, and I think one of the content creators, and I can't remember who it was, asked Val, "Hey, so this is going to be, cheap, like a console version, like that price?" And the whole team from Val were quiet. Didn't want to say anything. They were like nervous about it, to talk about it, right? And I think it looks like it might be your price of a PC.
I mean,
like a cheap version of a PC.
If you think about it, it is essentially a gaming PC, right? So the difference between a gaming PC and a console is not very much. But to ensure that you've got a gaming device that is capable of being more powerful than a standard console, which is traditionally a lower tier as far as specs, hardware, graphical capabilities, etc. Yeah, this is on par. Now, take into consideration the massive jump in pricing as a result of Micron jumping out of the consumer RAM business, and yeah, your prices start to skyrocket. You see organizations like NVIDIA. They're now, they're pricing for all of this because they're jumping into the AI space as well. They're one of the leaders. That all has a trickle down effect on the pricing, right? So whether it's your chips, whether it's your GPUs, whether it's memory, all of those prices go up. And look, could you build out a comparable device for less? Yes, but you also have to now care and feed this device. If you're gonna, it's not gonna be water cooled, but yeah, you have to go in there and you have to make sure that you can put your PC together. So Danny, I think it's a practice for you if you want to do it cheaper.
No, but you know what it is. So why I want to buy this, because I've been playing a lot more PC games. Yeah, I play consoles
because you're a console hoarder. That's why you collect everything.
No, here I collect everything. No, but you know what's the problem? Like sometimes I don't feel like sitting in front of my PC to play. Like, hey, sometimes I want to play, by the TV, just relax, sitting down, play some multiplayer games, with friends or family. But yeah, and it's easier for me to also when I travel, I could take that with me and connect it to like a TV, or I also have the.
If you have GeForce Now, you can do that though. You have GeForce Now, you can do that. You can stream to your desktop.
Yeah, but not when I go to another place. I can't do that on the TV like another location. You get what I'm saying? Because sometimes they say for Dominican Republic, they say there's no server that will be like even like a smooth experience playing.
Oh no, you're always going to deal with latency. I mean, outside of your house, you're always going to deal with latency. So
but I prefer to download it here and then play it.
Oh, of course,
whatever I'm playing. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that like it's a small device, easy to take it around and so on. And if I want to record some content, I could do that too. So, but yeah, I don't know. Are you planning to get a Steam machine or no? Are you planning to get one?
I'd rather use the $1,000 on that and put that towards new kit in my box. That's it.
Or play a PlayStation 5.
Or PlayStation 5. I mean, or look, split the cost, get a PlayStation 5, play Wolverine when it comes out day one. And
then return
and no, yeah, I know, right? I am the kind of scumbag that would do that though, right? But I would do that and then drop the other 500 bones or whatever's left on maybe a new motherboard or a new chip for my box. Actually, I'd do that for a new chip because my motherboard could support like a new chip. So I'll just do that.
People will actually do that. They will buy a console, play it, finish the game, and return it. I'm like, wow, that's a scumbag move right there. Oh man, cool. No, but I just want to bring that up because I know that conversation's been going around for a while, man. I still want to get a Steam machine. I don't know if I'll get it day one, but I'll eventually will get it because I think it'll be cool to play at home and so on. Look, if you play Steam a lot on PC and you want to play something on your TV, this could be it.
Look, it's no different than build a mini ITX box, get like a single fan 4060 or something like that and put it in your living room. It's no different. The only difference is it comes already bundled and put together. One of our longstanding community members who created the Discord for us, shout out to Beaker, he went out and did that for himself. What was it, last year? He built a small gaming PC, puts it in his living room, and he does all of his casual gaming on that box. And he's got a Switch next to him or whatever, and he can walk around the house. But him and his wife play on the big TV in the living room on the couch, and they play all of their casual games on there. So this isn't a surprise, right? There's people have been doing this for a long time.
Oh yeah.
Steam or Valve, right, at the end of the day, is just capitalizing on their familiarity and comfort with doing it using SteamOS, which automatically bypasses, X number of dollars having to go to Microsoft for its licensing. You can just do it on the SteamOS, which was the big part that confused the F out of you back in the day because you weren't a Windows person.
No, I wasn't.
Back in the day,
I wasn't at all.
right? So you having to try and do, PC gaming on a device that was on an absolutely foreign operating system. Right. And yeah, you had exposure to it from work and stuff like that to Windows, but as a gaming operating system, unfortunately you were so separated from that, it added an unnecessary level of difficulty. But I mean, look, times have changed. Look, you're on a PC right now. Yeah. You do gaming PC
more now. Yeah.
So
it is different. Like at that time, I just didn't have an area to play PC. I'm like, is it worth getting that? I had my console set up. It was a lot easier for me to play that, and plus PC was expensive. I mean, it's still expensive, but it was expensive at that time too, So that's why it took me a while. So but there's a question here. I should bring this up. This is from John Wakey 3000 on Twitch. Does anyone think there will be a Steam machine to compete with PlayStation 6 and the next Xbox console?
Yeah. Because if Steam does it, if Valve ends up doing this device in the same way that it does the Steam Deck, where it belongs to you. It's not like you see a lot of other manufacturers where like Apple solders their RAM and solders the hard drive and the chips to make it difficult for you to do it.
Yeah.
If you take the back off of your Steam Deck right now, you will see QR codes on all of the parts that are upgradable by you as the owner, because Valve does believe in the right of ownership. And so if you own that box, you can do whatever you want to it. If you want to mod it and slap an external 5090, you can go right ahead and do it. If you want to sit there, and they've partnered with iFixit to give consumers guides to be able to go and update, add memory, add add storage. You can do that. So, shout out to Valve to that, for supporting the right for free ownership. And us as the consumer, I'm not gonna say I say us as all, us as the consumer to do what we want with the devices that we pay. I paid $500, whatever the Gen 1 price was for the top tier 512 terabyte Steam Deck. I should have all the rights and capability to go and upgrade that. And same for the Steam machine or the Steam PC when it comes out, in whatever it comes out. I would not be surprised if they say, look, it comes shipping with a 1 terabyte. Here's the instructions, go to iFixit, and they'll have a little kit that walks you through the upgrade of it. And I can go and I don't have to go to a specific marketplace and only buy a specific piece of kit. No, I can, if I'm here, I'll go to MediaMarkt. But if I'm in the States, I can go to Best Buy or Amazon or Galaxus if I'm here in Europe or wherever, your local retailer, buy whichever piece of hardware, buy your RAM sticks, or as long as you buy the right format, buy the right, piece of equipment and upgrade it myself if, I choose to do that. Now, like you, Danny, and this is no slight on you, right? Because
it's a diss, guys.
Okay, fine, it's a diss. Whatever. But most consumers, they don't want to have the fuss of having to do that themselves. So that's the whole reason why consoles are so popular. It's why handheld devices like these are so popular, is that consumers don't have to worry about going out and buying every single piece of kit and making sure, did I buy the right size case because I bought too big of I bought my power supply doesn't fit. So now I have to go return it and I have to buy a small form factor power supply and, the cables aren't long enough. So I have to buy a custom kit, or I have to go, I bought an ATX board, but I bought a mini ITX case. So now they don't have to worry about any any and all of that. And that's why your consoles, that's why the Steam machine and all these other devices are so popular, because you buy them and, you turn it on and you're good to go. You don't have the hassle and fuss of putting them all together. But then there's nerds like myself in Paris and everybody else, a lot of others around the globe that A, enjoy that, and B, have the time and energy and the skill set to put it together. But look, Danny, honestly, if you put an hour to 2 hours worth of time into doing it, you could do it yourself, and you would save money in the future by doing it yourself. And honestly, look,
I get it. Yeah.
I did it with my son. I did it with my daughter. They built their machines themselves, right? Their first ones. My son could do it now. Actually, his partner actually does it for him now because he's still too lazy to do that. I love you, son, but yeah, you're too lazy to do it. That's, his partner does it for him. But like my daughter, yeah, she, with my guidance, and I was there looking over her shoulder, she put her first PC together, and hey, it worked. And then when she left,
the majority of people just don't have the time or
it's skill set,
a hassle.
Or
and I get it. Look, and I get it. People will do it. So people rather pay extra because they don't want to deal with it. That's me.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want.
And look, look. I know we joke around, but that's not. There's nothing wrong with that, right? There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. There's people that can fix cars. There's people who could do electrical work. There's people who could do plumbing. Those are three things that I don't want to do.
Yeah, you pay it, right? You pay extra.
So what do I do? I pay to have somebody else do for it. Yeah, absolutely.
By the way, this is another message. This is a pretty good one from B Gamer 90. Shout out to B Gamer. What's up, man? Long time listener. He said, I'm already thinking ahead to next gen consoles. I could see myself keeping my Xbox Series X around for a smaller titles, multiple gens of backward PC. But could see myself getting a PlayStation 6 pretty early for new, bigger games, and PlayStation 5 Pro quality and PS VR. I'm thinking both the next Xbox and PlayStation 6 will be around $799 based on trends we see. It might be even more than that. I think. I think it's gonna be more expensive than that. I don't see that being $799. Look, I remember the days of like the $299, $199 to buy consoles. Look, even the old school Atari days, $50. This is like towards the end of the Atari, bro. Those days are completely gone. Everything's just gonna be up, man. But here's for me. I have a pretty good, powerful PC. I don't have a 50 series. I have a 40 series. I have a 4090 in my PC.
Same.
You too, right? And I'm good with that. I can see myself using this for a long time. Maybe in the future I'll upgrade, but let's say PlayStation 6 and the next Xbox. I just don't see these consoles going to be as powerful as a PC like this. I think it's going to be reasonable, like good enough that it's going to look good, but it's not going to be like super powerful because everything is just too expensive for companies to make these consoles. If they want to make it more powerful, it's gonna be more expensive for the consumers, so I think it's gonna be decent enough, and especially now with handhelds that good to go. It looks great. Doesn't have to be high-end device.
Yep.
I think it's gonna be like that in the future, man, just to save money for everyone, for the companies and also for the consumers, but or maybe give you the option like, hey, you could buy the most powerful one, more powerful console, or buy a Series S type thing, just to keep it cheap. I personally, I'll probably buy the cheaper one because it doesn't make sense to buy an expensive console because I already have a PC. You get what I'm saying? Do you feel the same? Like, look, if there's an option for you to buy a PlayStation 5, and let's say there's two versions, one is cheaper than the other, you're gonna go probably most likely for the cheaper version because you already have a device that is really high end. But it doesn't matter if you just want to play the game. You don't care about these graphics and all this stuff, right? Or you care about
I still want graphic fidelity. I still want to be able to fire up my machine and play my game and see that FPS thing at the top right or top left of the screen in the high 100s or the low 200s. That's why I have a 240 hertz monitor. That's why I have a 4090. That's why I have 64 gigs of RAM. That's why I paid way too much money than I should to build the machine that I wanted to build. Right. But Paris just says, build a PC, Danny. Stop making excuses.
Hey, man. Hey.
But yeah,
I already have a PC, Paris. What is your problem? Go away.
It's why I do what I do. It's why I did what I did. Put my machine together to the specs because I wanted that capability. Much like I said at the beginning of the show, or earlier in the show, I could put a lower spec box in my living room and we could play there if we wanted to. But I use my living room for naps and watching sports and TV and YouTube. And then, if and when I'm gaming, I know exactly where I'm going to be. I'll be right here unless I grab my Steam Deck or my Switch.
Well,
again, it's just convenience out of everything.
Yeah, it's all good. All right, so we're going to go to the next topic, and I think this is a good one. This one is interesting because we'll go with Julian. He worked on the previous multiple Division games, and they're working on the Division 3. We're huge fans of the Division. Huge. Actually,
well, not Paris.
Paris. No, but actually, the other day I was just curious. Because I have also the Division 2 on PC. Because I was just curious. I went back to see if our logo is still there.
Oh, as a clan, I couldn't find it when I went in.
I found it.
On PC, I don't know, but it was on. Wait, actually, no. I did look on the last update for the Division 2. It was there, but because the team is full, nobody can add it. I would have to.
No, it's there. I saw it.
You can't join the clan because it's already a max
no,
capacity.
you can't join the clan.
You have to join
the image.
Yeah. I just read Paris's messages. You can't join. You can't join in either Xbox or PC because the clan is at max.
It's max.
One of us would have to go back in on Xbox and start kicking people out of the clan, but I'm not going to bother doing that.
No,
what's crazy though is there's no link. There's no cross-platform link between PC and Xbox because then that would have allowed me to go in and access the clan. But since there's no capability for that, I'm not trying to.
Yeah. No, but anyway, I saw it. It's still there, so it's cool. You could still use an image if you create a new clan and stuff. So shout out to Julian. But he, of course, for those who don't know, he's the executive producer of the Division series and also Star Wars Outlaws. That was the last time actually I spoke to him was for the Star Wars Outlaws game a couple years back, and he was on the new Game Plus showcase, and they talked briefly about the game and Massive and all that, and everybody knows about this. He says that this game is going to be more impactful, more. It's going to have more of a big as an impact, similar to like the Division 1. And I was thinking, Pete, I like the Division 1. I felt like it was that was a very difficult game for many reasons, and I felt like 2. Content-wise was a lot better than 1. There was like so many things to do. Plus the end game was, I remember us playing that for the first time at an event. We were like, yo, this is awesome at end game, right? And then plus, I know they tried to do raids. It didn't work out and stuff. But do you feel like, for you feel like Division 1 was a better game for you or the Division 2? Because I was thinking like, what do you mean, by being an impact?
I would say Division 1 was more fun for me. Yes, it was very bullet spongy, but it was more tailored to the players. Division 2 took away a lot of things that a lot of Division 1 fans loved, which, yes, as McFillan in the chat just said, we've got the return of the survival mode. Survival mode was the biggest component of Division 1 that was missing out of the Division 2.
Agreed.
And so now, this year is the 10th anniversary of the Division universe, right? Because it first launched in 2016, and they're coming out later this year with Division 2 Survivors, which essentially, they're blanketing all of DC in snow, and they're bringing back survival mode, which I will be actively playing because that's one of my favorite components of the Division in general, was that hardcore, very, very difficult extraction mode. Now, I am going to complain about one thing, and this might be a little divisive, especially knowing our relationship with Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Over the last couple of weeks, they have been hit with several cybersecurity related issues and concerns. You call them hacks, call them API abuse, etc. But I mean, they've gone through a lot of, I feel bad for their IT team, I'm not going to put anybody else's business out there. But yeah, I can't imagine the level of pain and stress that their cyber and IT infrastructure teams are going through at this moment, trying to mitigate this overall thing. And mostly it's been relegated to Rainbow Six, but they've, there is, an alleged loss of data with regards to all of their titles. So it's a concern, right? And so, yes, I'm looking forward to it, but I don't know if and how any of the other titles have been impacted outside of Rainbow Six.
Yeah. It's very difficult. And we'll see. I was going to ask you this question. Do you think, I see this game coming out probably in early 2027. I don't see this coming out anytime soon, but do you think it will be 2027 or later?
What, Division 3?
Yeah.
27 to 28. If they're releasing Division 2 Survivors this year, I don't know if they've got a date announced yet.
There's no date.
I think they announced Division 2. We know Division 3 is coming out, but I think they released Division 2 Survivors this year, and they release Division 3 probably 27. Yeah. It's been
I can see that.
5 or 6 years since Division 2 came out.
It's been so long, man.
Yeah.
It's been so long. Yeah. Anything else? I think we're good with the topics. I don't want to. I know everybody's gonna be talking about the Xbox Developer Direct, which is happening this week, actually, right? Supposedly it's a fourth secret game. Because I know they did that a couple years back. They did like something like that where they surprised. It was like a surprise game announcement. It looks like it might happen with this one. I have no idea which one it is. I know there's hints out there. I'm trying my best to stay away from that. What I think it is, I have no idea. Because I'm trying to stay away. Here's the thing. It's probably going to be a smaller game. I'll tell you what I wish it could be. Because remember, they've been partnering with other game companies. Okay, I think what I'm about to say, people are going to say, yo, that's never going to happen. But I'm going to say it still, but just because that's something that I want. But 2 years ago, we got to see the announcement from Sega with multiple games that's coming out. It was like Crazy Taxi, Jet Set, Shinobi, Ultra Beast. I know new Streets of Rage, right? And I know Shinobi came out last year, which is one of my favorite games of last year. I'll make sure to check it out because it's phenomenal. And I think, based on the timing, I think Jet Set might be the next game. I thought there were going to be some type of announcement or some gameplay footage trailer at Game Awards. It didn't happen. Could it be it could happen for this at the Developer Direct? I don't know. And here's why. It's the 25th anniversary of Xbox this year.
Yeah. I was going to say
it's a 25th anniversary. The last time there was a Jet Set Radio game, which is Jet Set Radio Future, that was, I think, was like 2002. And that was in the exclusives game. That was the only time they came out and never came out after that. So there's a strong history with Xbox and Sega. So I don't know if this is going to be the right place to show it. It could be at the game showcase later this year. Maybe that's what I think. But it would be cool to see something with Xbox and Sega, just to make that connection from like back in the days and now. I think that would be really cool if they could make that happen. That's me personally. I would love to see that. I know people are going to say it's never going to happen, but that's just me. But I think it's going to be something smaller. Maybe it's not going to be as a big AAA game like that. That's what I think. I think that would make sense for like the game showcase. But you have any theories? What could it be?
I mean, it would be cool to see them announce to see more about the new Gears title. I know we talked about that last week. Halo Campaign Evolved, I think would be really cool to see, considering, like you said, 25th anniversary, the big, the big time. Why not have your super flagship, which I mean, even in 2025, 2026, is Halo still the flagship with, considering how it's done over the last few years. I think that would be super cool. I don't think they're going to do anything as far as hardware. I think they're not doing hardware or anything. They'll probably unveil a controller at E3 or something later this year. But I think it would be cool to see something that tips the nod to that. It's a nod of the cap to Halo Campaign Evolved. That, I think, in my personal opinion, that'd be really cool.
I'll tell you why that's not going to happen. And look, I would love that. I would love to see that. But Fable and Forza are two games that's hopefully it's going to be coming out early this year. So it's like sometime in spring. And I feel like if they show Gears and Halo and all these, I think those games are going to outshine the conversation about their next games than those two games there. So might as well just keep that as secret as possible and show that at the right time, which is during the Summer Game Fest Xbox Game Showcase. And hopefully during that time, we'll also get to see what's next for Xbox. That's what I think is going to happen. The developer directed, I don't think this is the right time to show those games.
It's funny, Nightshade in the chat just said another Rayman. When
was the last?
Super dope. Rayman Legends was amazing. It's still one of my favorite games of all time.
It's amazing.
I love that game.
Yeah, I had that in all different versions. I remember it came out for the Wii U, and also came out for Xbox and PlayStation after that. Year.
Rayman Legends is one of those titles that
one of the best.
Core I would almost say core memory, and I'm saying that as a 52-year-old, right? That game was a core memory for me. So I would love to see them bring that back out and just that'd be cool.
Joe, because I remember you and your wife used to play that a lot when
that was our couch.
Miami at that time.
Yeah, I was still in Miami. That was our couch. Really, that was our couch. That was what we played just to just chill on the couch. And it's funny, it's infuriating as that game can be sometimes. That was our relaxation, right? That was
You try to get all 100%? That game was tough to do 100%. That game was tough to do that.
I came to the realization way, way long time ago that wasn't happening for me.
Yeah. Wait, so Nightshade, I love reading the chat because something we're bringing up here. Nightshade says Sunset Overdrive was the initial title I was thinking of. That's why I think Jet Set Radio won't return. Oh no, Sunset Overdrive now that's a PlayStation title now. That's not.
Nah,
that's PlayStation now. I think they
those words are banned here at GTR, especially for Danny.
What do you mean banned? What the hell are you talking about? No way. Hell no.
That game was trash, bro.
No. What the hell are you talking about?
That game was garbage.
I would let me
Big
tell you,
trash
man,
cans,
I will
bro.
Die arguing here, yo.
You could argue all you want, man. That game was trash. That game was the Seminoles.
Have you been played it? You haven't played it. So
the game was the Florida Seminoles, bro. It was horrible. Trash.
Wow. No, that's you between you and Paris. No, that game is phenomenal, bro. That game is really dope. That's the reason why you get to see a game like Spider-Man and other Sound games because of Sunset Overdrive. That game was, bro, you crazy? That game is phenomenal. Nah. Look, I get it's not your style, it's not your thing, but it's phenomenal. You haven't played it. You don't even know the story about it.
I did play the game.
When was the last time you played it? Show me,
2012 or whatever.
Show me your stats, bro.
Garbage.
Show me your stats, because I can show you my stats. I have hundreds and hundreds of hours.
You go look for it. You
know what? Let me see if I could go right now on Xbox. How can you search for that on Xbox?
I don't know. You find out.
An easier way to do that?
You figure it out. I ain't even going to tell you. You go figure it out yourself.
One of the best games that came out last generation. Hands out. I'll die to that, man, with that, yo. There you go. See, I have receipts. When I have receipts, I play that game, yo. I love that game. One of the dopest boss battles experience was that. It was so good. Oh, soundtrack. What? Phenomenal. Hey, look, P's joking. He's not. He's not that serious about it.
I'm dead ass serious. It was trash. That's why I didn't play it.
No. And I played also the DLC. But shout out to the team at Insomniac. I know they hit me up in the past every time because I will bring that game a lot. They're like, "Yo, thank you for the shout out, man." There you go. Dope. There's a part in the game that they also talked about NeoGAF as a joke. It was pretty funny. Yeah. But anyways, we're gonna wrap it up here on the podcast version. But we probably have a couple more minutes of like the, after show. And man, everyone, thank you for joining us, and also shout out to Paris. I know Paris is here
In the chat.
You know what? We should have talked about the Canes because I know he's been texting me and watching the
Hurricanes in the natty, baby. Let's go.
I'm not gonna lie. I was pretty nervous at that last few minutes. I'm like, ooh, it's too close. It's too close. Paris is there, unless he left because he couldn't take it anymore with the Canes chat.
No, he's there. I see him.
He is. Hi.
I see him
Hello.
lurking in the background.
Hello, Paris. All right, we're gonna wrap it up here, and we'll be back next time here on Gamer Tag Radio. Take care, everyone. Bye.